PCs are way better than consoles. Or are they? As many of you know, you might not just be looking for gaming on a PC. PCs are great for work, school, education, financial management, and browsing on YouTube for endless hours while you still have work to do. But yeah, of course, you can watch YouTube on consoles too. But the versatility on PCs is just another level. One thing I do not like with the versatility is the distractions. It is so hard to stay on track when you, for example, need to do work. Not to mention the issues. I can't tell you how many times you have trouble with things on a computer. From softwares crashing to you losing your hard-earned diamonds on Minecraft. The setup is also really long. It has gotten way better than before, but you still need to get the necessary parts like graphics card, processor and RAM. But there is a way to prevent this, by buying an already built PC, although this is more expensive. Then you need to buy a keyboard, mouse and screens, as long as you have a stationary PC. And then, when you have had the PC for a long enough time, you need to start vacuuming it. Either way, you cannot get over the fact that PCs have such good performance. If you have a good enough PC, of course. But getting a good enough PC can actually be just as expensive as a PS5. It may not give you ultra graphics, but hey, it does the job, right? And if you want to, you can get one of those high-end gaming computers. Watch this video to see what graphics cards you should buy for it. While we're talking about specs, we need to go over how nice flexibility is on computers. I mean, if you buy a laptop. You can play games almost anywhere you go. Although, this is a bit harder with a stationary PC. The flexibility with the stationary PCs is that you can change whatever part you want. The processor is bad, get a new one. Your graphics cards is not delivering like it used to, get a new one. But please, use your parts as long as possible, for the environment's sake. But one thing is for sure, the experience is way more immersive. Have you ever tried playing on a computer compared to a console? It just feels way more real, the movement, the precision. The probably best part with consoles, in my opinion, is the social time and accessibility. It is so much more fun to play with 3 people when there are 3 people in the room. You can also play with 3 other people on just one console. Have you ever heard of PC split screen? Of course, if you have a laptop, you can play with 3 or even more people in one room. But in most cases, you will probably play over the internet, which doesn't really give the same experience in my opinion. And if you always play with 3 people, you can buy one console for $400 and play split screen instead of buying 3 PCs for $600+ each. But for a low price also comes low performance. I mean, there is good performance on PS5s and Xboxes, but it doesn't come close to the performance on PCs. But when you play on a computer, you're cramped in almost one position. But on a console, you can play however you like. Beanbag gaming, no problem. Couch gaming, no problem. You can even game upside down. Although, I don't advise that if you want the most amount of kills in a game. As long as your friends don't have other consoles compared to you, there is no delayed loading times just for you. You will almost always join in on a game the exact moment they are in. Although this does contribute to less upgradability. Consoles don't have any upgradabilities. Of course, there are ways to upgrade, but the parts are not fixed into a motherboard, and also don't have a direct option to upgrade. So if there is something you don't like about the console, you will have to wait for the next gen to come out. One thing consoles are so good at is making the least amount of issues, compared to PCs. I'm not saying there are little issues on consoles, but compared to PCs, there are minimal issues. I cannot remember one issue I have had on consoles. Alright, fine, I can remember some. Comment below if you have had some issues. Many people have split opinions about paid services like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass. Some say it's worth it, some say it's not. But at the end of the day, I think it's pretty good. You can get over 100 high quality games with the Xbox Game Pass for just $10 a month. But in the end, which is better? Alright, PCs are better, and I will have you another time.